I have one tip for you: less time on your electronics and more physical activity. Have a great weekend.
And I'm never like, it's put you pack it with the automatics, we gon' send them to heaven. Wait. Hey.
Welcome to the party, CHS. I'm Grace.
And I'm Haley, and we're still celebrating Black History Month, so get ready for our important fact of the day.
Did you know that the media made the Black Panthers notorious for their afros, dark apparel, and willingness for self-defense? But their manifesto for change launched programs that benefited Black communities nationwide, like free dental care, breakfast for low-income children, and even drama classes.
Wow, that's a very interesting fact.
Yeah, and on that note, let's get into your morning announcements.
Seniors, one word: yearbooks. Get them now.
Period. Get them at yearbookforever.com.
Since we're on the topic of yearbooks, send in any cute photos to Mrs. Salinina at bsalinina@cliftonschools.net. They can be photos of you and your friends at any school event or outside of a school event, but they have to be appropriate.
Listen up, Mustangs. This year's talent show auditions are Tuesday, March 24th, Wednesday the 25th, and Thursday the 26th in K3 at 2:30. Please see Ms. Beecham in E205 or email her to sign up for a day to audition. Don't miss out. We want to see everyone's talent. Don't be shy.
Key Club is still helping to support the animals. They are selling animal charger protectors to assist with the efforts of the Australia Zoo Wildlife Warriors. They are accepting cash donations. Donations will be sent to wildlifewarriors.org.
That's really sweet of them. It's really nice that they're helping out others.
Key Club is also gathering new and gently used jeans throughout the month of February to help out the female and children of Oasis in Patterson. Make sure all donations are given to Mrs. Turk in S307.
If you have any jeans you're not using, you should definitely donate them and help people in need. When I get home, I'm going to look for a pair and give to those in need.
CHS is also hosting a glow party tomorrow in the lower gym from 6 to 9. You can buy tickets for $8 from Joe Rivera, or it's $10 at the door.
Make sure you get your glow on, Mustangs. Also, if any questions, email Joe at 119824@cliftonschools.net.
Attention juniors, if you're interested in signing up for the half-day early release programs, co-op, or internship, you need to see your counselor now to fill out an application and get approved. There are limited spots only, and the classes are filled on a first-come, first-served basis.
If you have any questions about early release programs, see Ms. Rossi in N214 during homeroom. You don't want to miss out on this great opportunity. I leave early every day, and it's the best feeling.
Want to join the marching band but don't know how to play an instrument? Want to become a majorette but don't know how to twirl?
Join our clinics every Wednesday from 6:15 to 7:45 at School 14. Clinics are open to all 8th to 11th graders.
The Erase Club will be having an important meeting on Tuesday, February 25th in room E308 at 2:15.
All new members are welcome, and as always, please see Mr. Rando and Mr. Sarzano for additional info.
And now let's pass it over to Good Bev Cat with Sports.
Hey guys, today's news is really short, so please listen up. Indoor track has varsity sectionals at Bennett Center Toms River at 9 a.m. Wrestling also has districts at 9 a.m. at Roxbury High School. Girls basketball has a game at 12 away at Passaic Arts and Charter. But before I go, here's Mr. Lesser with Special Sports History segment.
Thank you, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and fellow Cliftonites. As you all know, tomorrow is February 22nd. It will mark the 40th anniversary of the greatest moment in American sports history. In 1980, at the Winter Olympics, which were held in Lake Placid, New York, only a 5-hour car ride from our campus, our United States hockey team, led by head coach Herb Brooks, defeated the Soviet Union by a score of 4-3 in what would be known as the Miracle on Ice. Many people think that this was for the gold medal, but that didn't happen until 2 days later when we defeated Finland 4-2 to make the miracle complete. There are so many sub-stories to the Miracle on Ice. We had a head coach who was obsessed with the concept of defeating the Soviets. We were a team of amateurs who needed to come together as one unit and put aside old regional college rivalries. We were going up against one of the greatest dynasties in a Soviet team that won Olympic gold in 1964, 1968, 1972, and 1976, and had arguably the greatest goalie to ever play hockey in Vladislav Tretiak. We were reminded that the name on the front of the jersey is more important than the one on the back. It was during a part of the Cold War when the United States needed something to feel proud about after the turmoil of the 1970s with Vietnam, Watergate, and a loss in national confidence. It marked a time in history that people remember where they were or who they were with when they heard that we beat the Soviets. This story was brought to the most recent generation in a 2004 movie called Miracle, starring Kurt Russell as Herb Brooks. It recreates this amazing story, including a legendary pregame speech by Coach Brooks and broadcaster Al Michaels asking and answering the age-old question, do you believe in miracles? Yes.
Great moments are born from great opportunity.
And that's what you have here tonight, boys.
That's what you've earned here tonight.
One game.
If we played them 10 times, they might win 9.
But not this game.
Not tonight.
Tonight, we stay with them.
Tonight, we stay with them.
And we shut them down because we can.
Tonight, we are the greatest hockey team in the world.
You were born to be hockey players, every one of you.
And you were meant to be here tonight.
This is your time.
Their time is done. It's over.
I'm sick and tired of hearing about what a great hockey team the Soviets have.
Screw them. This is your time.
Now go out there and take it.
Off at center ice to Kruton. He doesn't know what to do. 36 seconds. Makarov over the blue line to Maltsev. Fight. Another save. Fighting for possession. Morrow trying to get it away from Harlamov along the boards. Again, coming to you from the Olympic Ice Arena. The U.S. huge underdogs leading the Soviet Union. Johnson over to Ramsey. League 11 a bit checked by Ramsey. McClanahan is there. The puck is still loose. 11 seconds. You got 10 seconds. The countdown going on right now. Morrow up to Cope. 5 seconds left in the game. Do you believe in miracles? Yes!
remember it like it was yesterday. I was just turned 23 the week before. Myself and my friends went to this restaurant. There was about 8 of us, and the place was jam-packed. It was absolutely mobbed. No seats available, standing room only. It was so exciting. It was packed. Everybody was wearing their red, white, and blue. People had flags. It was unbelievable.
My brother and I remember jumping off our seats when Eruzione scored that goal, and it took a little more time before the end of the game, but I remember it just ticking. I remember just praying that the Soviets wouldn't get any more score time, and the clock ticked down, and eventually we won the game. I remember jumping up, high-fiving, jumping around, being excited about it.
I remember it's pretty much our whole town shut down because everyone was in somebody's house watching this game. Trying to feel good about yourself, trying for the country to feel good about itself. So it was the United States versus Russia. That's what I can remember. Everyone glued to the TV on every shift, every shot on goal, hoping the United States would win, and we did.
It brought such joy and patriotism to this nation. We were an amateur team, they were a professional team, and I can remember being at the house with my family, and the joy, everybody was out in the streets cheering, and the nationalism that it brought was just fantastic.
I was with my husband, boyfriend at the time, at his parents' house on Irma Ave in Clifton, watching the game with family and friends. I remember the game, and when the Americans won, it was 4-3, and we went outside, and all the neighbors were outside with American flags, and they were beeping horns. You could hear the celebration going around all over the city. I still believe till this day that that was one of the most amazing times in sports history.
2 days later, the miracle was made complete. My boys defeated Finland to win the gold medal, coming from behind once again. As I watched them out there celebrating on the ice, I realized that Patty had been right. It was a lot more than a hockey game. Not only for those who watched it, but for those who played in it. I've often been asked in the years since Lake Placid, what was the best moment for me? Well, it was here. The sight of 20 young men of such differing backgrounds, now standing as one. Young men willing to sacrifice so much of themselves, all for an unknown. A few years later, the U.S. began using professional athletes at the games, dream teams. I always found that term ironic because now that we have dream teams, we seldom ever get to dream. But on one weekend, as America and the world watched, a group of remarkable young men gave the nation what it needed most. A chance for one night, not only to dream, but a chance, once again, to believe.
That was an amazing segment, Mr. Lessler. Well, that's all from me. Good Bev Kev, Kevin Solinsky, stay hydrated, stay charged.
Well, that's all for today.
Well, that's Haley.
And she's Grace. And have a rest in peace Pop Smoke Friday.
And she throw it back for it. Yeah, she throw it back for it. Like a Mary. Billie Jean. Christian Dior. Come up in all the stores. When it rains, it pours. She like the way